Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing the mage run that we started last time. It seems that all of these runs that I'm recording are giving me absurd luck because we managed to get both a +3 leather armor, I think from a levitation chest, which is way above average, and we also got a +3 scale armor from the ghost quest. So we're riding really strong here. This is probably almost guaranteed to be a win, unless I throw it away because I don't know the mage that well, which is a distinct possibility. So I can't entirely stop paying attention, but we are certainly not worried about this run in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, +3 leather armor. We're not even taking damage from the... Normally that's the main source of damage in these floors, is the skeleton explosions, in my experience, end up dealing a bunch of damage. But we've got a +4 weapon and a +3 armor for this floor. We are on top of it. Okay, manas, I'm kind of glad that we had that drop, because that is one of the... If we identify manas, we might get a free identification on Laguz, because if manas is not... if it's not magic mapping, we know Laguz is magic mapping, because of the scrolls that we got in the shop on this floor. We also see a fire barrier, or a barrier that needs to be destroyed by fire, so we know that one of the potions we're going to get on this level is going to be a Greek fire potion. Or a, I don't think it's actually called, I think Greek fire is what it's called in a different roguelike that looks kind of like this. But, we have that potion identified anyway. We got, kunai, which... not super interesting. I probably will hold on to them and throw them. And it is worth remembering that kunai get bonus damage against unaware targets. So anything that's sleeping, it's not a bad idea to chuck a kunai at it. Let's see. We've got a room that we're going to have to jump down. We'll go ahead and throw our liquid flame. The mage must start with liquid flame identified. That's the only way, because I don't think we've had any reason to identify liquid flame yet. What did he got? He got my scroll of manas. How dare you? Get back here. Okay, what are we going to do here? We've got shield battery is okay. I think this is probably really good if you're doing runs like Faith is my armor. You probably want to have shield battery, but since I've got good armor, I don't care that much about having that talent. Arcane Vision, I think, is actually really good to have 1 point on. Just so that if you're gunning something down, like you're repeatedly shooting your wand at it, you won't lose vision of it, which is real nice in some situations. Wand preservation, So I think this is supposed to be a pretty powerful talent, but my repeated experience playing mage is that I want the magic missile wand imbued anyway. And the reason for that is because we don't have any other wands so you can see it yet, but every bolt I fire from the magic missile will empower all of my other wands. So for that reason, I really don't think it's worth switching your imbued wand and your staff, which is probably another reason I think the mage is kind of boring. Just because you start with the best one, in my opinion, and B, I don't think it's really interesting to experiment with which wand you have in your staff, because having the magic missile wand in your staff is kind of like having every wand with the max upgrade level of your staff. So that's my take on that talent. I'm honestly probably going to leave that one at +0, because I don't think it's good. Inscribed power is okay. We're probably going to get some points in it. It's specifically good if you like using spells like the telekinetic grab. It becomes really good with, or the phase shift spell. It can become really strong with. But I don't often go for those items. And energizing meal, I think energizing meal is actually very good. Just because you're a mage, you want more charges of your wands because your wands are what you want to be doing. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get both points in Energizing Meal. Even without the Horn of Plenty, I think it's one of the better talents that Mage has access to, just because it provides you with so many extra resources in a way that's really nice. Worth considering that I'm really not paying attention to most of these enemies, and I'm not, I'm prioritizing doing them quickly over doing them optimally, just because my gear is so much stronger than it should be right now. See a great sword. That's another example of why I think Mage is kind of boring, because that would be such an exciting drop on any other class. But we're Mage, so honestly, I'm probably selling that sword before I leave this floor, which is a bummer. I think it's not. It doesn't bring me joy the way the other classes bring me joy. Let's see. We probably got a secret door over here, so we'll give that secret door a quick search. And here, since this is 5 tiles wide, it's most efficient to do one search in this tile, and then worth the one search in this tile. That'll cover all 5 of those tiles that could have possibly been the secret door. Alright, let's sell our dead weight, including all of the weapons and most of the armor. We are going to keep shurikens and kunai, just because they have pretty interesting properties that make them worth keeping, since kunai are free actions if you use them right, shurikens are free actions if you use them right, and kunai do more damage against unaware targets. We'll hold on to them, but honestly we'll probably end up selling them, because they do tend to just be less powerful than what I could be doing otherwise. I'll drink one of those health potions to... And that cures the bleeding and the crippled early too, which is nice, so it's not like you have to wait for the bleeding debuff to finish hitting you. We're gonna hold off on equipping that diamond ring until we know where the stairs up are. And the reason for that is that I don't currently have a Scroll of Remove Curse on me, but I do remember there being a Scroll of Remove Curse on the shop in floor 6. So I want to make sure that I have the option to immediately run up to the shop and uncurse myself if I get cursed. Got an anti-magic skeleton there, which would be annoying if we weren't on 7 upgrades worth of gear right now, which just absurd. This is such a powerful run. That's a flock trap, which I think that if I trigger that flock trap, that will trigger the ooze trap. So I believe I actually want to make sure I trigger that ooze trap first from out of range of the flock trap, and then we'll trigger okay, and that'll give us a safe little hidey hole to cast our scroll of Make Staff Bigger. Oh hey, we got a chilling trap on him for some reason. Why not? I'll just shoot him with the incredibly powerful +5 Wand of Magic Missile right now, dealing 7 to 18 damage undodgeable. And I believe armor also doesn't mitigate wand damage, so that's yet another reason for its incredible strength. Let's go ahead and use these shuriken just to... and the gimmick with the shuriken is that it's a free action if you cast them immediately after moving, but you can only do one. So like the proper combo, if you want to get max value out of your shurikens, is move shuriken, move shuriken, move shuriken, in that pattern. And it also allows you... like if you're doing a more thrown weapon based build, they can actually be pretty decent to upgrade, just because the fact that you can throw them as a free action can be really powerful. I've never actually done a shuriken upgrade build before. I don't know how I would do it, and I think it's something that's significantly less strong if you only have one of them. So I like shurikens a lot until I run out of them, or until I'm run down to one of them. Ooh, Old Wand Maker. We're pretty happy with Old Wand Maker. We've got a... I guess we already knew that there was an Old Wand Maker on this floor. And we knew that because we got all 4 of the ceremonial candles already. Surprise. We're going to go ahead and equip this diamond ring here Let's see if it is... And it is not cursed, so we don't need to go back upstairs and grab the remove curse scroll. Still want to get into melee range of this guy because he is still dangerous at range and incredibly weak. We very happy about this Horn of Plenty. Very, very happy about it. So we'll go ahead and equip that. It is cursed, which is a bummer, and we would not have done that if we didn't have a remove curse scroll quick at hand, but we do have a remove curse scroll quick at hand, so kind of bummed that I ate right before equipping this and removing the curse, but you win some, you lose some. Remove curse. And normally I would advise you to be a little bit careful about dumping all of your food into the Horn of Plenty immediately. Generally I would advise that you save enough that you won't be starving yourself. However, I am strong enough on my armor and weapons right now that I kind of don't care if I starve for honestly a long time, so I'm just mindlessly dumping food into the Horn of Plenty because I can get away with it. And I think that's generally how you want to play this game. You want to be as greedy as you can possibly get away with, but you want to be very careful not to be greedier than you can get away with. That being said, this is going to be really significantly strong that we have Horn of Plenty. Because, so what that means now is that energizing, we're going to have infinite wand charges all the time, effectively, with Energizing Meal. We'll also get a little bit of bonus damage. Our wand will always do a little bit more damage than usual with the Horn of Plenty there. So that's real strong. This is already an extremely powerful mage run. We're doing pretty well here. Let's see if that is not a mimic. Indigo potion. No idea what that is. I do not believe that this room guarantees a frost potion, by the way. So I would not. And it's possible that it does. I don't know. I should probably read up on it more, but I'm certainly not going to do so right now while I'm recording the video. So we didn't get a frost potion, which would be a bummer if we weren't incredibly overpowered. We'll just shoot him down. And he burned everything. I moved instead of waiting. It's kind of a bummer. We almost always want this wand from the Wand Maker, since we are playing the wand class that likes wands. You're the mage, get wands. And even though I'm probably not imbuing it into my staff, because I always have a Wand of Magic Missile running, that tends to mean, yeah, so we've got a Wand of Frost is going to be real strong. We'll go ahead and put the Wand of Frost on there. And as quickly as I said we might actually use these thrown weapons, the chances of us using them at this point with another wand and the Horn of Plenty, we could realistically go back upstairs and sell them right now, and we'd probably never notice their loss. So actually, I think I'm gonna do that just to save some inventory space while it's kind of at a premium. Flies and skeletons that I don't care about. This is kind of annoying. An anti-magic thief. So maybe we'll try to make use of these thrown weapons while we're fighting the anti-magic enemy. There we go. Is it foreshadowing that I immediately saw an enemy that made me care about the throwing weapons before I turned around and sold my throwing weapons? Maybe. We'll find out. We will find out. Alright. Let's go back to... And I think we were also done with floor 7. There's technically... There could be something there. We'll go and look. Nope, nothing there. It would be real bad to miss something, but if I was counting, I'm pretty sure I've gotten every upgrade scroll I should have at this point, and I've also gotten every strength potion I should have at this point. So it probably would have been safe to not check that last little bit of non-vision. What are we gonna do here? Self-control all of its charges into. Sure, why not? I think that the mage's tier 2, while it has some very interesting, very good talents in it, I think it also has a lot of talents to me that are just I don't understand the. Having played this class a couple times, I cannot see a situation where I would imbue another wand into my staff other than Arcane Missile, just because again having a max upgraded Arcane Missile wand is like having a max upgraded every wand. Because you see there, I shot my Magic Missile wand, and now my Frost wand acts as a +5. It's nutty. And this, the magic charge there, that is the buff that will show you how long that lasts for. So I'm actually going to smack that DM100 in hopes that I can get the chilled on the more dangerous melee enemy. But it's just. It is a very strong thing to do. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't complain about the mage because I don't think it's good. I just don't think that I don't think you get to play the loot game very much when you're playing the mage, which kind of bums me out. That was the wrong hotkey. I pressed a button on my mouse that zoomed in instead of pressing the button that would use the 6 hotkey like I wanted to. And at this point, we don't even really need to be conservative with wand charges. We can kind of just spam them out willy-nilly. I don't remember what a Cursed Talisman of Foresight does, but I think I would rather not find out, is my take on the matter. There we go. We got the damage on auto attack proc. And also I think the primary use of the vision talisman, you can search for secret rooms with it, like that is a possible use of it, but more often than not I find it being something where I have to use map knowledge to actually get experience on the Talisman of Foresight, which can be tough. And most of the time the benefit is that I can easily get it to +10 and then I can transmute it to a useful artifact. So I still think that that's good enough that makes it worth like using and checking for curses on the let's see, Sorrow Moss Ice Cap. I think both of those will actually turn the bland fruit into a weapon, like a thrown item. So I don't actually want to cook the bland fruit yet, because the only thing I particularly care about is whether or not it will be able to be sacrificed to the Horn of Plenty, which at this point is my entire food plan, is the Horn of Plenty. Ooh, we got a oh, that's interesting. I think so. The purple thieves always drop a ring or an artifact, is what I found. And I might be being biased here. I don't know the actual numbers on it, but I believe it has a much higher likelihood than normal of being cursed as well. So I don't want to equip that immediately. I am much happier with the Thief's Armband in general than I am with the other one. This the Talisman of Foresight. So we're probably not gonna. We're probably just gonna end up selling the Talisman of Foresight in favor of using the Thief's Armband. Ooh, we got a Wand of Lightning. We're pretty. Oh, and that's a +1 Ring of Evasion that we got too. So that's a very strong ring. We're super happy about that. It's not the best. I think the best ring obviously is going to be the Ring of Recharging, but the fact that it's +1 means we're real happy with it, and it also augments our already very overpowered defense for this level. So, let's go ahead and eat some food. Oh, he's anti-magic. That's a bummer. Oh, luckily, I've got +3 scale armor and a +1 dodge ring, so that fight is trivial. Let's see if there's anything up here. There is. We've got bad armor, bad weapon, money, money, money. Oh, we forgot to check the lightning wand too. Gonna zap that, and that is cursed, which is kind of a bummer. That means there's another remove curse scroll we want, and it makes me retro. I guess that didn't happen in this video, but in the first video in this series, I identified Scroll of Remove Curse by turning it into energy at an alchemy pot, and I was upset about that and coping, so I'm continuing to be punished for sinking all of my consumables into energy early on. I still think it's on average better to do, but sometimes you will be punished a little bit for doing it. And even though I still think that like the average case is good enough that you do it anyway, it feels bad when you get punished for it. Oh, magic charge. I wonder how that affects cursed wands when they're +6. Oh, that did... What? That is a really cool effect that I'd be really happy about if it wasn't very, very bad for me right now. I think we're actually just going to have to immediately use that Stone of Blink, because we don't have the scroll case yet, and we want to avoid letting scrolls burn up as much as possible. So we really, really, really don't want to be on fire. Like it was absolutely worth spending the spending that Stone of Blink to preclude the possibility of any of our scrolls burning up. And we're still kind of bummed about what happened, because this will prevent, I think it burns up any seeds that would drop, and if there were any scrolls in that area that weren't upgrade, they would probably also burn up. So generally I'm not super happy about clearing a room by burning it like that, but in this specific case it worked out pretty well. Ice Oz. What did I remember about that one? Is that the one that's, Laguz or Manas is magic map, health, and okay, that's all I know about those two. I must be remembering something from a different run. I'm also not paying a ton of attention to my food, you see, and just kind of haphazardly clicking it when I remember. It's probably worth snacking a lot more often than I'm doing, and honestly I should be. I'm just not... I don't often play these Horn of Plenty builds, so I'm not super used to the action economy. Man, having a Frost Wand is really good too, because I believe Frost Wands tend to... I think Frost Wands have like the highest possible wand scaling for upgrades, which is real nice. Okay, let's see. We don't know which of these is the invisibility potion. I think a levitation potion could actually solve this, but I'm just going to start drinking potions from right to left to hopefully find the invisibility potion. The reason you do it from right to left, or the reason I do it from right to left, I should say, is that the most recent pickup you got, it will always be the rightmost pickup. So you're more likely to, if you don't remember or you weren't thinking too hard about each and every potion on the floor that you're on, it tends to be better, I believe, to... Ooh, this could be dangerous. I just want to make sure I can get to him, I think, without... Fortunately, he's going to spawn... Oh, he spawns giant wraiths! Well, that's scary. We're just gonna try to burn him down as fast as possible, I think, because this could be I guess if we had worse armor, this would be real dangerous. But this, what a spicy enemy to get the giant affix. And we're not even gonna be able to kill him with just wand charges, are we? We're actually gonna have to take the auto attacks, or we're gonna run out of Thank God all of the little ghosts die when that enemy dies, unlike I guess the normal summoners, their skeleton dies when they pass away as well. It's not as bad. Okay, we got another remove curse scroll. So we're going to equip that thief's armband now that we have another remove curse scroll. And we didn't have to use it. That's pretty sweet. So we've just got a +0 thieves armband to use. I'm going to go ahead and equip that where the water skin used to be. And since I still have space, we'll put the water skin on 5. So what the Thieves' Armband does is it, if you use it against an enemy, you have a chance of stealing any loot they might drop, plus they're blinded and crippled for a turn or 2. It's also particularly useful at the shop floors, as you get something like some amount of gold value of items you can steal per charge of the Master Thieves' Armband. So it's really worth leveling up as early as possible, because you get the maximum gold value out of it, but you do have to be a little bit, like, it can be hard sometimes to figure out when you should be saving your charges for an upcoming shop or to go to a previous shop, versus when you should be spending them in order to level up the item faster. Those are my only specific thoughts about that item. Oh, I have a crystal key, not a silver key. We're still pretty happy with it though, so we're gonna try to pay attention whenever it does have charge, and we are gonna try to use it whenever we can. To the point that because my armor is good enough, I'm not shooting this guy with my wand, just in the hopes that I'll get a thieves armband charge in the next couple seconds. This probably isn't good. Yeah, I was just killing it. It's definitely not good that I'm just sitting there waiting for. Are both of these real? They kind of both look real. Another unidentified potion. Woof. We'll probably step on that Fade Leaf next time we pass by, just because why not? Fade Leaf also, I believe the random teleport prioritizes unexplored squares, so it might actually be worth it to explore the entire level. And see if the Fade Leaf drops us into a hidden level or hidden room or something like that. I don't know if that's actually... There we go. Unfortunately, we got that first charge of Thieves' Armband right as we... Maybe we got it from the XP of killing that enemy. Maybe it's not a coincidence that I got it right as... Okay, let's see. Scroll of Remove Curse and Magenta Potion. We always want the Scroll of Remove Curse. And... Scroll of Noddiz. That's interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the Magenta Potion first, just because we have the potion holder, so it's kind of free for us to have an extra one of those. And then Amber Potion. Unfortunately, both of these are identified. So the way that these 3 key rooms spawn is that of these 2 consumables, you're guaranteed to get either a Potion of Experience or a Scroll of Transmute in the room that requires 2 keys to get to. So that does mean that because 3 keys spawn for it, you're only ever able to get one of those 2 possible higher value items. But it is good for identification to know that. So Amber and Noddiz. We're gonna put item type notes on both of those. So Amber is XP or Noddiz is Xmute. And then we're going to do an item type note on Noddiz, which one is that? This one. This one is Xmute or Amber is XP. And just because we can carry potions for free right now because we have the potion bandolier, I'm going to grab the Amber Potion. You could technically probably get a little bit more value out of waiting until you'd identified one of those 2 potion types and returning to this room, but that just doesn't appeal to me to do, so I don't do it. We're going to try to line of sight the caster enemy with his friend. Let's see. Get a Thieves' Armband charge off here. Didn't get anything, but we still blinded and crippled the the enemy. It's kind of it's always funny to me when it says, "Oh, you couldn't steal anything," and then I get a drop anyway. It's like, okay, well, he clearly had something. But I guess there's also just generally the failure chance of the item. So let's see, elastic whip. Ooh, that's it could be spicy, but we're strong enough that we're just gonna kill him. I guess the fact that it's elastic is kind of annoying, since he can paralyze us like he just did. The Frost Wand is a bummer to use repeatedly like that, by the way. It does quite a bit more damage on unchilled targets compared to the damage it does against chilled targets. So it tends to... It's really strong to shoot at the enemies once with, but it becomes increasingly less strong as you continue using it. But it's still, at the end of the day, is still a +6 wand, and even if it's only getting half the scaling of a +6 wand, that's... I guess actually I should probably strongly... I want to use the Remove Curse scroll now that I think about it on the Lightning Wand, because the Lightning Wand is still pretty valuable, even though it's a +0, because immediately after using my Staff of Magic Missile, it's a +6. So I'm going to go ahead and drop all of my scrolls here before I fight Tengu, just because he does a ton of fire stuff, and I hope I'm good enough to not take any fire damage, but I would rather be safe than sorry, so that's what we're going to do. Get the key here, move in, and then you're going to see one of the easiest Tengu fights you can imagine. We're going to walk in, we're going to say, hey, check out this magic missile. Oh, check out this frost wand. Look at that. Oh, my wands are not upgraded anymore, so I'll magic missile. And now I'll lightning wand. And you see the numbers that he's taking every time I hit him with a wand are insane. So yeah, Tengu down. So let's go ahead and snack on my Horn of Plenty, and we'll walk around until all of that wand recharging has filled us up. And look at that, all of our wands except for our staff are fully charged. So now we're gonna start fighting Tengu again, and we're going to technically have to move out of his AoE, but immediately after we move out of his AoE, we're gonna go back to housing him for absurd damage with the wands that we're using. Let's see. I think if I move diagonally, I get one more shot that I'm able to do before I have to move again. And I'm pretty sure he dies almost every time if I lightning wand him here. But in the interest of getting a perfect kill, I am going to move out of the AoE before... And now, the only danger is a bomb, which is a couple of turns away. So I think this lightning shot will kill him, but if it doesn't, the next magic missile will definitely kill him. So we're safe to finish fight there. So there, Tengu. Incredibly, incredibly easy. Part of that is because my armor and my defensive stats are also very good. But even if I was taking damage from him, like if he was shooting at me, it's so much, I'm just dealing so much damage to him at range that even if I was, like, naked, not wearing armor at all there, I still probably would not have had to heal for that fight. We're gonna wear this. The Warlock, I think, is probably a lot more interesting if you're playing a higher challenge run where healing items are more scarce. Because the primary thing, the Warlock like summons enemies. Like you mark enemies. When you kill them, you have the ability to summon allies, and you heal a little bit, is my basic understanding of the Warlock. But I don't play any of the challenges that I think make this class worth taking, because the things that it does are things that I'm like, okay, well, my potions already do that. So I don't like the Warlock very much, and I've never actually played a Warlock run before. I always go with the Battle Mage. Luckily, the Battle Mage is real strong. So anytime the Battle Mage attacks an enemy with the staff, you get some effect based on whatever that staff is imbued with. And wouldn't you know it, the magic missile effect is very, very strong. It gives you more charges on melee attacks. So I think I don't think there's a ton of I think that wherever's every other class, I like to change my build and play a little bit differently based on what the drops are and what the RNG of the run is. The mage, I think, pretty much always has the same optimal game plan because you start off with what in my opinion, is the best wand to use, and your talents are less balanced compared to each other than I think other classes are. I think that there's very clear bests with the mage. There could have been an argument, by the way, for dropping all of our scrolls to force a magic item holster instead, because that would give us slightly increased charge rate on our wands, which is actually relevant to us now. But I would still rather have the scroll holder, just because now I'm not as worried about getting set on fire, because fire can't destroy my scrolls anymore, so I don't care as much. Kind of sad to sell that +3 leather armor, but I mean, we've got +3 scale, so why would we keep it? And I'm going to go ahead and sell the Talisman of Foresight as well. Let's see. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting bit of synergy between the Master Thieves Armband and the Horn of Plenty. So you really like stealing these small food rations with the Master Thieves Armband because they always only cost 1 charge. So you'll almost always find yourself stealing 1 or 2 of them just to get experience on your armband. I think it's worth doing. And then we can immediately turn around and put those bits of food into the Horn of Plenty. So if we can turn this bland fruit, and actually we might wait till we get we might actually try to just save the bland fruit as a potion, since we have the Horn of Plenty making food trivial this run. What else we got? Manas, Remove Curse, Identify, and Tiwaz. I think Laguz or Manas is Magic Map, and there is no Laguz here. So we actually know for sure that Manas is Magic Map. So we're gonna delete that note, and we're gonna put an item type note. It was Manas. I'm already forgetting which one. Which I think is the C, is the symbol. We know Manas is Magic Map now. So we're going to go ahead and create that note. Let's see what notes we've got. We've got that one we know, these 2 related notes, and we can get rid of the health note because I believe we've identified the health potion already, so we don't need the note anymore. So we got Magic Map, Remove Curse, Identify, Tiwaz. No idea what Tiwaz is. I could probably pay more attention to what the shop can possibly spawn and figure out what Tiwaz was, and if you want to in your run, it might be worth doing there, but I'm not going to, because all I know is that it's a scroll I don't care very much about, since I've already identified all the scrolls I do care a lot about. I think we're going to call it there, though. Call that the episode. So, as always, if you guys have any questions about anything that you saw me do in the video, please let me know, and I'll try to respond ASAP. Or if you have any comments where you think I could have done something better, or whatever the case is. Or if you want to, I think my opinion on Mage is a little bit more inflammatory than my opinion on the other classes. Because where I think that most choices you can make on the other classes are viable in some sense, I really don't think that the Mage is... I don't think there are choices on the Mage. I think there's a very clear best thing to do on the Mage, and if you're not doing that, you're doing the wrong thing. So if you disagree with my take on the Mage, then feel free to make your point in the comments. But yeah, as always, I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I hope everybody has a good day or a good night or whatever time it is for you. Have a good one. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.